saula pastor palgusan dariora ang lungo el altutao e ada momu press conference gi ma te ako to press conference ra el al BSRA al 2023 ma happy new year mar bekla adro e ko te bada dodang si da kapkalia ru bakal dios ya tamalngal tanga tertial klobo al belwadra belur belau madirigal tamalngal tanga tra lukarawira ru bakal dios ma mokte kaningi riralitan mo other belau mada momura press conference mada mal dirigal rongil tutaw e mora ay betul ma raklay mora bilong ma ebi raklay mal misala pastor ada malmol malmalat ka president ngia are krebelar el al time tolmol malmalat kanirang lungo edam pol sabe el di selba aklel bere Dirikan mal ungil total more ministers who are here this morning. Mal tokobet se el morang kay kitale ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary of Australian Mirablo Belau, Ambassador Rochelle Turner Lovingit. Dirikan mal ungil total more presenter Senate o marokul senator suma speaker House of Delegates marokul delegates at lumura first day regular session or tira January ra eli. Madamal ngil to tartire tamalmol ma ready mata dire kal aldo ngil total mo repekla adal rokur belau musubil lomes oreng sektiang ngara alsil belau mangara aikril belau dik malungil total mo media they're here ngatiang Miss Leilani ngir turong raklay dire ngatia Mr. ngawakal swala daw for TMC ngatia Mr. Campes Kasole dire kang ngatiang makti mo ay sulwasen ngatia ko rapi eselmat ngatiang Miss Jennifer Sugiyama ngatiang lomte area gagi dali Palau Radio for Senator Sadoy talams malungil total bolsobe edalomo ra aigel update sergidra el altutao endi era podol mol maigel kukurela ministry sa kwate alerlan ngul masa ang kagidale Ambassador Rochelle ang bolsobe el lo ay sergida aungil eyes good news bolsobe edal kukurong si so Ambassador begin the new year with good news.
Yeah, Ali and Tutau, and Happy New Year to everyone throughout the Republic of Palau. In particular, I'd like to, of course, acknowledge the Vice President and the executive that are here today in the media, and to extend my thanks to Minister Nilay for inviting me to attend this press conference. It's really about expanding on the good news that was announced in December with the Australia-Palau Connector, which is a new flight route directly linking Australia with Palau through Port Moresby and supporting increased tourism opportunities with international borders reopening. Now, the Australian government is supporting this flight through our Pacific Flights program. And this program has assured minimum connectivity across priority routes in the Pacific since the onset of COVID-19 in 2020. And it works with airlines such as Air Niugini to enable regular and reliable and scheduled flights. So, for example, since, 2020, we've seen over 42,000 passengers across the Pacific take advantage of these routes, including Pacific seasonal workers, sick patients and health professionals. We've also realised the movement of over 4,000 tonnes of cargo, including critical COVID-19 vaccines and medical supplies. So this is across 600 flights to and from 11 countries in the Pacific. And as of the 28th of February, Palau will become the 12th country that has seen advantages through this program. So it's exciting news, and it's vital, I think, in terms of Australia's support to the Pacific aviation sector at this time of economic stress. It's also, underpinned this program by the region's 2050 strategy for the Blue Pacific, which recognises that connectivity is a key theme. And it's a well-connected Pacific with safe and accessible and reliable air travel that underpins the security and economic recovery of the region. So Australia's ongoing support through the Pacific Aviation Program or Pacific Flights Program forms a critical part of our long-term goals for sustainable economic recovery and growth in the Pacific. In terms of some of the details, which is possibly what a lot of people are interested in, it's a weekly service that's commencing as of the 28th of February. So it's a route between Brisbane with a technical stop in Port Moresby to Palau return service, which will also provide linkages through Port Moresby to Manila, Singapore, and other connections throughout the Asian market to support, I guess, the tourism opportunities that Palau is keen to capture. It also, through Brisbane, connects to the South Pacific to locations such as Fiji, Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, and the like. So there's major opportunities as a result of this direct flight. The particulars, it operates, as I said, every Tuesday. It's a weekly service. It departs Brisbane at 2:40 p.m., arriving in Koror at 10 p.m. So that's about 8 hours and 20 minutes, including that layover in Port Moresby that I mentioned. On the same day, on the Tuesday, it turns around at 11:30 p.m., departs Koror and arrives in Brisbane at 9:40 a.m. the following day on Wednesday. I have been assured that the coffee shop in Port Moresby will be opened for that layover in Port Moresby. Seats have been on sale since December. They're available through the Air Niugini website. They're also available through the 3 travel agencies here in Palau, Saringa Worldwide Travel, West Travel, and Palau Travel and Tours, tour agents. So we look forward to opportunities for not only looking at opportunities for Australians to come up and explore pristine Palau, but likewise, and it'd be remiss of me as the Australian ambassador not to promote Australia and look at Palauans and residents of Palau heading down to Australia to explore what's on offer there. You're probably wondering what we've been doing since December in terms of promoting this service, and I'd like to extend my thanks to Tia Palau and Island Times, where you've issued a couple of media releases to promote this service. It's a collaborative effort. As mentioned through the Pacific Flights Program, Australian government is there to underpin that route, but at the end of the day, it's a commercial service, and we're hoping to realise it as a commercial service going forward. I'd also like to sort of indicate that, you know, as a result of the bipartisan visit where we had Foreign Minister Wong and also Senator Birmingham here, we're graced, I guess, with not only Australian but Palauan journalists on that visit, and that attracted a lot of media in Australia. So Palau has made a bit of a splash in Australia through that new service, and it's an opportunity to build on that going forward. Also, obviously working with PVA and also the Palau Chamber of Commerce, and also with our Austrade services to look at not only passenger but cargo opportunities. I guess if anyone has any further questions, of course, the Australian Embassy is always here to respond to those questions. But I do encourage Palauans, particularly given the strength of the US dollar as it currently is, to go and explore Australia. The prices for these flight services are quite competitive. I guess the only other thing there in terms of facilitating that opportunity in Australia is to note that Australia doesn't have visas on arrival. You'll have to get a visa prior to departure, and they're available online. So we've got, I guess, regular posts on our embassy Facebook post on how to source those visas. But I'm open to questions, and I thank you once again, Vice President, for the opportunity.
So wala, Ambassador Turner, for what do you have questions or Laurel?
Just one quick one. So for the February 28 maiden flight to Palau, is there, like, are we looking at some sort of a travel group of people from Brisbane or Australia coming here, or is there such an arrangement that is being looked into?
Yeah, thank you, Compass. We're definitely in the process of liaising with some colleagues in Australia about a possible business mission. Further details pending.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mata. Wal sa pedal mo sa te alam mo Lola, ela continue. Thank you, Ambassador. Manggagi da Ambassador Michelle Turner lo ay suluasan nga niya igagi di al Skogi, ngara Air Nugini, almo ngara Brisbane, el Merbelao, abe kalongero Lurior, lomo ra February 28, adil nga niya almo tal bebir geren si edalom katong ngara embassy to get the information. I'm sula. Okay. So, our minister sa loving gather, el al press conference ang nga Minister Aitaro, Minister Matu, Minister Obiang, Minister Victor, diri ka nga tiyang Chief of Staff Landi Cotaro, tiyang Director Aguan, Chief Augusto with us this morning. Nga tiyang diri ka Director Elway Ikeda. We're gonna go now more ang kagi dali Minister Matu has some news of the labor regulations and then ito po rin siya Minister Obiang.
Malugil tuta Vice President, mututal mora media mora adabela rogoy. Akpay ngutal te ale suakan mo ornitra Chief Raymond Augustra Division of Employment Services. Mo maskita talgibal briefing ertial proposed regulation ra labor. Mal sabirar ada ko karmo madingit mo ngara sel APA process, sel Administrative Procedures Act. Yang ngani order club sel ngani ati alir ada lomes ringi comment ringi. Alsugo ngani asori dan su ilme maskita officer git. Hindi hulngi tra chief mo karmo maskita tribal brief ra sel tretelel sulang.
Este malungi tuta Vice President ma ministers marada media marad Palau. Ang ka Chief Raymond August, ang ka Chief sa Division of Employment Service and Office of Labor Compliance and under a super ministry. So, obviously kita labor ako ngara process el gotorura process do modonik mong APA. Sa APA process se kasi Administrative Procedure Act. So, agi ngara process el melo other sel labor rules and regulation. Dagi molo other PNC, madagi molo other RPPI gidi molo other sel labor rules and regulation. Ya last time el sel rules and regulation labor al milo other sel 2019. Magidi mosoyis vel melo other ngiloya ka Palau National Code el melo other chen mostringa di chen sa ken klela igel ngara al sel rules and regulation na kamamal mo reflect ter TLBSL ministry ng aringi. TLPA process omsode lawat yagit. Ngira melot to ngira mel propose ter TL rules and regulation o to dia notice el mura abuay ngan ngigel pasyol gira mel notice sa maringi magi lil notice sa maringi sira December 27. Kapir TL proposal ama mangara Bureau of Domestic Affairs. Mangarsel Loder Clavesel Malaya Roguyel solicita Rogul Ramen Trabuay. El Mansaberil Mongi Omes Ringi al Sumania concerns ma questioner tire Matsaberil mas kama Michael concerns ma questions er tire officer kama officer kita labor or officer minister. Yagi marogul me kampat. Sel February 1st le agililiasi kwa sa gimala rogul ramen sa concerns by February 1st. Till February 1st, ay may gerogul comments sa Malmay, Michael concerns, modong okle, o mes, edo or agi, sa exam, lo si Sibra Alcel, the regulation, agi si Sibra Alcel, o kore other cleaner officer president. Silver officer president, tangaring niya 20 days lo mes ringi, either ang approve ringi, or ang kukanisir process 30, at sukumandia ka, issues and then ang mo while la algiba multirak karingin after days sa niya president. So, one major changes sa gimnil I'd say ato mo din kasi joint application by non-commercial workers. Siragi moral nga state visit tamlemen concerns ra buaya kasi talo mga rakla. Sige dawal ni one main concerns. Dimblakatak rala al sel ula PNC kasi hindi kal sabi the loan rar avatal mongal kilataraat. Hindi gim lomatiga rin kasi sa pamamerulia kasi sabi tablol employers lungra rawan nila. Masigi da gibnil sigim lilyara al sige proposal ng loya ka al silta labor regulation. Mamos sabi at tablol maas longra arawan el
Pero
Bangladesh o terul maas longra arawan el Bangladesh Ekamam el office ra labor amin soyis bel manage ringil moruli aku contract el musmodi akase oy mga sumatam at terung amin soyis belongra arawan el Bangladesh en ngarangal alel ang gayid el maas mga ngarangal alel ang gayid ng kukwan ram as ekamam el adra labor ama manage ringil mumbol albongan nga dispute ng ngarangklel ada manil kwase oy ngaram lengar alel ang gayid wan el maas so sige dawayal proposed nga al said sige del الأمام السيد المول أمام را أكمل من أضافة المول لا الجمل تراك كرني يا ministry ang nga plan ringi mo manager سيد البارت mang سيد awal major changes mal sumong ko nga concerns sa kami yung comments sa kami malubang ngidil ko out to bangin sab amin mal mus mal mas employment service misil gipom review and sab amelo mes make sure agi consider all concerns sa kami
Medic liral ataram leklol concern or other sel ngania pa motodia vacancy announcement yung blool de koder club siya kum limla kal field kum mutul mo fileringi ma tara part of regulation do runya kum kodam karang talgi bol ko moti sa gital tay magiril mo elol malbuin man sa emel dital motodia vacancy announcement until field up to 6 months and sa edlo sigra other belaw malumong adra ngo do blul mo filer sa Atara giblem changer niya sabi Allah argi udar bela wasing ngoder club sale dakal sabi el hirangi del adrang udal blue until el route segi del announcement terkaw da suigar adar bela mo filler segi del vacancy andi no batigar niya adar Allah argi dak mun sabi el telgi blor adi say el through regulation ngoder lil wasi al suku mang al sala through club say Ekda determine ringia chibra label wasing seguir el luriora de other belal momit ringi en seb emel PSS ludo dor di seguir el process. Lim lo omol tercera egal state visits bagel ko concerns are egal private sector was a dia kada namo dia accountant tingara mo koder club sel dongi. Di seguir la other lo ringi lenda kasi el change ringi unless en olbira mo change ringi. Din sebel within regulations sa kadruli aliway mas kung man na determine that mun mal dia ka adal mo seguir el filler seguir el position and sa dolor di for example a tour guide ngaregel baby ra kuk concerns ra adra private sector was a kom na mo menget mun dia ka adra belal mo ngutil alur nga pud mal mingil mo del club say mun ngora wador di seguir el process din gira mal hara wa kador di setre geludo dol gi mom das wa kadamo smooth ra ge del process as other level more training ra other belal mo feel ge del urior mga ye dagel ko ra major changes e omsin dagel changes lol ko chief ada bilti kasera egal rogul state visits al lorngi ay get rogul na concerns ar ada blul gimrireng sa gimul mes ap mukadam garang em sam okra tel regulation or git el mosu edal ko koramit ge gidal needs ar adra bulu bokom sulang el ngani ang idilger ya kapim na lakal widam na mura adra koy bokom uyuring yan ngani questions next week al mo gi mamala samal el koramo nga outreach mo sa amon mara radyo malubagi mo mitra nga plan mo mitra governors mar adra shobay el lomkatak lagi gid changes sa sa regulations kom sulang
um, can I have questions now?
Malungil to ta minister a question na avigirel til agir last statement takal gir sel 60-day period sel dongoy were sel regulation no sendakal 30 day na proposal lang mo 60 days right
6 months
I mean okay
sel notice
so notice tell notice before application or mo 6 months se dong universal regulation ng mga sendal sa mid process application until after say the notice.
Actually gamutal mo bring it further let's next page or talay mo korngi ang ari gagidal dulgo rokoy nganya bebera conditions will omit and settle already sel 6 months adur rungi man sab ela notice or call leng amna complaint tra ada shobay I was saying every 30 days will top dringi tell notice Matam lo complain mo adama madriga kabol wedin magara ko to bede imar notice mo while they keep having to come to labor. So what we did was kadme kamati sa gidal sell notice period. Man sa mo detail mo to bede notice or kaw El meu da other bela el meu der balu meu da other mal process aba bilnga le ndir ka valid sell notice until you fill the vacancy. So if you read further sige the regulation, it clarifies kung ingaran sa el kikin sige the 10 days or 30-day period.
But okay, to clarify what you're saying, was also kung within that 60-day notice, akadamitig ra adal sa ilmurior, ang sa pamil process sa application, dakamongil mo marek sa notice period.
Within 10 days, as kung determine of munda ka adal morngi and sa el persel fee agi or the permit ra.
Okay.
Ya al sela direct gi more adal ngi magi ni-delete mo within 72 hours until the permit ra.
Okay. So lang.
Minister, question nga kada kalngat tayo del vessel regulation. Question nga nga statement of President Dilin mura media ra couple of occasions. So, most of labor shortage. Specifically yung kawul example na to na construction industry. Adigri kasi matiyagi del of course seldom ko economic so clow labor force. Ngani ako ra effort ta government ko ra address sa the labor shortage. Let's say for the construction industry for example.
Tegi del part of regulation amo address it regular issue. Le ser adela adal malara adala saya ko tul concern argit. Le adana satta construction ngi magi le temel auror emingira adalo ko del club sel donel munda ka carpenter belo ma plumber belo. Nya ka engineer. So part of this effort gagi del lo president at mo kadam karang dia ka botor rubber cell tel la adal belo mo sigra auror. Hindi nga naigil certain role do tingel mong in fact hindi ka adal mo malay hindi while slow down or self process ra construction mo mura bedel betel effort ta or other say the process hindi kita der effort to kita der ko sigra other bedel mo feel the job makadam karang meet those two conditions lens ko nga di other bedel meet the cell condition kada make sure kada hiring Diyos ko manda nga na hindi ka sa lore kada kada ko del club say so that's what's happening in the construction industry la Nganya ni dra ka carpenter egida dal mingilo ko del club sale mo hiring gila by the time siga adam enguk ngadi mo another 10 days el mo ngi rangil mala process nga huriping so how do we speed up that process siga gi molas mon bru ngila lal time
Tuta Vice President Mar Minister COS Ma Chief Mar Director Sel Martiang Minister di kari kasi kamlom southern cell expediter cell within 10 days and tela selfie.
alak within 300 I believe it's 250 haladik verify se al suko mun sa mamre da kapira 250 dil so mal il da compare ngi kam ngi lo ko der club sale
Oy.
Ngomor agi murungi mas kumun sa mare dat mura asim ka haraw. Yal din sa mal mangila ka mangilo ko direct to say kasi versus 250. Di what we're trying to do also direct generate enough income. Let's say 250 ki mo wala sa mobile mo train na other belal mo feel sige dal job.
Malmasola, I got the regulations of proposed. It sounds like it's going to address the situation of shortage of labor. A shorter timeline. If you pay for it, you're able to get the application process. The maadal chamlo balme.
Akimutun ko taklise. We're trying to the trial save at the bird with one stone. The trial generate income mga although the pool of money sa mobile trainer other belal mo filler sell job. At the same time, hindi ka swal punish kal mingilo ko der club say mo kada alaw kal mari adal mo adam. Man sa alaw real maral kita ko ko ba saludo the hopefully within a year ko double trainer other.
Cell field to 15 on charge ni. Wase ko mobile mo trainer at hindi send up to to decide na sen browse alert yang alun sa mail mandate rin under the regulations.
Malungil na kadim dagi mandate. Agi di generate the income hopefully aldo lo bangil olbi la sabi il ko kumsa sa igi need a training. At the moment the budget ka mata ka training. Mang dakal sa amal el direct planner sel mo ko rin kasi el planner future workers ala ko do the trainer adra PCC pa el mo gigi the specific jobs.
Namungil at ako man masulang Mata ela tukuk ta sa te ela la minister obiang mabol fokus kita update tal gila la trip pa ngi ngul bangela president tal mora kuam masi enamay.
Besok itu tahu kamu sulang Vice President. Itu tahu le kalau kamu marbek atara media kada welcome ra a Jennifer lukuk mo tera a senator ngartiang kada orang luas uluk ma senator adi marko ngarsel ngaringi ma Jennifer aku mo le laklo penggetan. Kita menolak ele tu loh penggela a president tel mau attend sel inauguration of SL governor ablura saibal. Ngaringi erul toy domeral wasing milkat mokl ligire la kabelmentra legit maradadar belaul ngara saibal. Ako teng kadulo otil mora ako mo BSL administration ra saibal wasing aki idirekal malat ka concern ra welfare at mamal other belaw tira ko kira saibal all time ong erong kada direkal lulo otil mora adal other belaw nga saibal all time wasing taro idirgidan ding kada malat kartir no ngil do otir away gidel ondibel maway gidel el ceremony mang sabela leadership ra belura awasaibalan sa asegidel kuk niya omlet keda ma el girira adadel kera asaibalan mang kadamne attendra inauguration okmo sel amongara YouTube ndi ko dingi di MC ne announce lo se ya history ra saibale se ya hotel de table inauguration atemel da ko dingi lo se ngarang mil ko hindi dira kam dem hitayang tersel al sil se ngam nara na rikla nombre ga inauguration kita dira kam lo sebe del mitra stirigel tom ko sel club gidel dira kal PCA Palau Community Association makadine mitra officers material members ra lom teegel bekel state travelur belaw makadamne adadu gida matir naringi maldita blol concern artir awan awaramne soril luguk mga dadura president del girela sel utamal bladongura a Capitol Hill saibal maralungil basyo el girela sel wayal gukpol community center ang bay ngarang al guk mo sabedera other bela nga saibal durong ringiya alorula aku masendir ang mitelngir ngarang adiragal mo sabedera other guk martial mora saibal ala aku mo telgibel ngo sutrira tele-telela dalang oklal sukumang ngora mataro sula aom siungela dalang aklira al porselmen aong irul diragal lokoringi al mutalo mesra a consulate office ra pelura saibal ma presenta di lurtir wasing ay gang maklo issue el diragal morbelaw adadu nga kama leadership berbelaw alwasing mo ngara tele-tele la the plan e diragal mo ngara tele-tele la taungil mo o timetable la abodoru la igal tablo toy mo tamlo understand lang wasing gira leadership berbelaw mot magyagi ismaw da igal tablo toy adiragal lo sabedel mitra tigen kuk no sabedil mera meeting al other belaw ngara asaibal mang kadam no omrenga sulir el diragal mal active ungil member ra community ra egel keringira sila blura saibal endi tira diragal mal mirenga sulela president wasing mal tialong problema me attendra inauguration diragal mal cloar lil girela selwayal ko relationship kita other belau ma tira saibal makabalmente belau mora mata tira kal mil salwa sing mal me wil amne telgibel so dil to ya wasen dimne tal president belau FSM ma adem adim nakal labong dimne president belau ma governor Akwam amlo di pada mal mereka sulil et tidak ngar selungil protokol alda do ma amle ko terwi na isringa president terbelau emuri na isra governor Akwam matigel ko kolam te agel baby rabalu nase the our president was the highest official of the country and may attend the same mal yigide kambes ka mama ngaro omro lamal mong gimno stopera Aguam le gimno kiatsara flighter sel tial Manila flight te omodong le mama gim ger dra kwameng 8 ang 8 orira tutaw manne dilera klom gimne di wanas ko gisel tutaw bitu na sa ibal makwan agi dire kan longol tangat tem lorinya ara belau ne inviter ka mamal kora hostra dinner lobang ka mamla semem do o masoile bukti ada du Ilias ko gira kami ura tutara sande mora magadam nga sulela lerim tigel kuk pebirar adam lo sabaril get together mula sesel kale invite ka mamal mo dinelo panterira rakwam gidi akora sabi ko lo ay siya kum das aklaman no ko makailay mang kamam das wakal mi mauli
ako apa magira question ko kirela ikel sa reporter Minister of Young Epsatel Minister Mutulangan nga swal di clarify kirela authority ringi with
Sulang,
regards to rulemaking.
Vice President, hindi ako dani text mem di so clarify tablol to koy. Ay gil nga PNC dakal sa amal change asel tel regulation asel rule of transfer. Sel transfer amal specific nga gil 10 luulan sa amal transfer. Mada adam mada kumbali change as shareholders nga mal baldo tagel sa transfer. So long nga sel 5-year rule. As kum nga adam mo dakal rule bang game ngay marakal dakal sa BL mo adala tarat. Ay gigil tablol tulong tingila la ada kas amal murut lagi nga PNC magidi mo yor olbil digel baby ra kulsa da gi kuk ngara sila aklisi amal change al sila regulation komsulang
Pamsulang ko nga para sa tial President amla tabati sil proclamation was a National Day of Prayer amoringi at January 26, 2023 moringi ang rulmut so sa tial Chief of Staff ko taron bol sa BL mosma talang tingil sa igid National Day of Prayer bol sa irar adal al mom dengue bol sa iral mo join either sa igid al sils.
Madam Malungit total morar beklaate Happy New Year. Waigel blaldo nga Madam Vice President January 26 nga moringi sel National Day of Prayer. Ngaringi luudar adar bela lo sel sela hotel buy rabe karak ya President mo otabdi ya proclamation ringi lol trok ko as ngrad sils sa gidel hotel buy gadu motmakal imol belu other sa balwa other sa tri adar belaw ko ultrok ringi dra rubakar for the rest of the year. Mang segi del January 26 umura elon merklora tutaw kora auda sa wase segi del time kora sa edel lelakla kora ultrok lergid ma umra la mo ngaringia ulitiula al motov dara modala PCC parking lot lol tarar admor nga imol bas kora tiswa lo mastrirate alar adalo aset sumbu kora te karolel ulitiulatit el sabi el ngar segi del bas el mora capitol almorsegi dal nungu or sa tutaw. Direct kagora dir kamera laurere la organizing committee lo meselo asay nganya kora capabilities rigid sa edel mo live feed ringi mandia kadil available al morar at belal ngar al sel belaw market belaw direct katriel ko kata ngar ikel belaw sa biral falora program o direct kagora mlas mal los pa pagpangila technology man sa edel ko kora mo o tuay kal lyrics ra litak le bastor al sela kora QR code ng rangklel marada sa biidel kora ngitak lo banggilay gelbek patengela choir marada mo ngitak ler sa gital silsa alas tirang blaring ya National Day of Prayer and the If everybody recalls, ang kotalbuy na last year kita ko ramle sa first ni Omicron variant leklo influx mong laring hindi mo ko ramle taligibal kaya kare el array ka ko ra taligibal selva aklar ngo the mabalwad man so adal lil maral ko ra event tal sab ila ko adal filal part ringi laring ate el kalaw meeting law bantari ra rum te ay kalbek padangela iglesia makla leader belar si ray delisaba everybody's very excited is what the Quran creators say the space and so ilar adal individually to kura mga tadura rubage ko collectively as a community ikada direct lo taktakarigi de ngarang lungu mundi kay the further details will come as we finalize the plan direct kalmo nya tele del kura o merkaringin mura ar atro ko mal invite will kamra ro adal may participate
Malmasala Chief of Staff Kotaro, this is the final good news. Okore also other more questions. We've been advised there was a Ambassador Yun, Lomtera Paluram Rigel, President Whips Lomtera Palubelawa, Mlasigner Segid al MOU, Algire la Compact. Badokora tiro ko si Segid, Ongi tiro malamay, Ebol si Edel Morming Segil kumakayal. Talang tingil sa el MOU. Mata el amla mo sa el open round for any questions.
Hindi mo rin nakikita na mo.
So mga niya ko kurati yung mata. Oo,
Diyan, ako kasi one by one, maksay may galuk mo gila lang arang
Oo, siya kamar ko, weekend.
Okay, di quickly gila la Compact of Free Association. Sem dula si MOU blood signer nging, what does that tell us?
Mang sige tal tumatak mo ba sa tipo tingit mo tanasay na MOU, idong tilme may gel ko makail wasang ngarangan at sila tigital MOU.
Amlam mo American negotiation. Can we say that?
Yeah,
I can make your points am no American.
Nasa etak mo but we would need to, hindi na kalmal tagi mo ba content sa MOU, thank you.
Okay.
It was just breaking news, maltumak ni so I'll share wasing.
Dia kan dia katong hil, katong hil tele tulo tekal ngaram dala termak la. Okay, I'm sorry Vice President. Akari ka amora Minister of Justice amora Federal Police. Ang information na direct mlamir attention ng atra media. El ter attention atokoil wase yang ngarnya minor ngal karadil el simra. Sola mlarnya tara sa algalbus allegedly ang kanga mle ilyak la bliri ras al mardil ang mle break in el mora bila ang kalgal sel ang karadil you know, namne sexually assault ng karadil. So, siyang maral tokoy, that's one. Number two, say, kam ko raw ay sila say, tiyang milgra happen ng tokoy.
Malmasora tila alger, ang aring yaw talaak kalpumulwaseng waysay. Mga, the allegations, ang aring are true. There are allegations. Mel akong momsang kagi dali director akong regel ko ka details lang kagi dia director abla police msel el mo masada ringi malwasing ra amlamat mo.
Madam Vice President, cabinet members, chief of staff, total nga prepare the statement lang it's okay if I read it.
Yes.
Last Thursday, January 5th, about 4 p.m. during the recreational and study time that the 17-year-old female inmate reported to the officers at the Division of Juvenile Justice that the juvenile had sexual contact with an adult male inmate. The juvenile was immediately removed from DOC and placed in another secured location. The suspect adult male was also placed in secured cell facility, and an investigation into the incident was initiated. Because of the rules of confidentiality and to ensure credible and thorough investigation, I am unable to comment on any further details at this time. We want to say that we are deeply saddened and disturbed by this alleged incident and want to assure everyone that the investigation and all facts uncovered will be forwarded to the Attorney General's office as soon as possible for their review and further disposition. Ako may amating isilbol break sa the process, all of that becomes public information.
The follow-up Director. So, investigation at tamo investigated yan. Ling, question, agari ka is premised on the, I can now tell report ra jail, ito ka issue ra jail. Mula say, either yung systemic, al-ubeng marangke, ul mga legal issue. Mako say, investigation, who will be conducting the investigation? And what nature of investigation?
The nature of investigation at that time, both administrative and criminal. Sige, the criminal procedure, lagi dal mal protecting. And like I said, at some point, they got to more public knowledge, all the facts that are uncovered. And yes, I've been also in consultation with Attorney General's office, my SP, and right now we're still conducting the investigation, and it's a joint investigation between Juvenile Justice Office, Criminal Investigations Division, Magtiale Transnational Crime Unit.
Tibol direct kalkiat alwase emoria kuk waisel korea director ako no lasing criminal ma administrative nguk mori investigation ol gidel ready rar buli sa robatak kaluriol milkat buk lamang wal lora ilagay gidel tablong criminal investigation ol gidel tial alleged incident makuk investigation ol mora ready rar buli sa larse.
A question Director ako na ati alak alwi the cell juvenile section separated from the general population of Lacalbus. Ngariya time sab itikal rukun mot makal ngarano basyo.
Chill am niya time ako mle turni malke kalil basyo. So still al separation on mo sa niya mal di room. Tial room anya 4 bunks nga isel mang bulgur masing capacity is 4. Din dia kal sa Pedro da kal sa al maradil matiang awan sa al inmate al minor ako nga talabasyo el gilam segregate ngira tira rogoy engal dil am la basyo tia dir accessible el mora areng alak el mora chapel al uptamot sel tala sel ngar bitan mang agimil ngat mok ringil mo bringi without enough resources and probably we ran out of time. Unfortunately, now we have this allegation that we have to work on. The agil il mo bringil mo sel gibril mil ngat mok ringil mo bilangal any juveniles going forward. Again, we have to separate the male juveniles from the female juveniles. So this is still a challenging challenge.
Yang mleoy ngarang amle happen oy ngarang.
Segi dagim trial narrow down ringil al time. Like I said, it only came to light seral duk masim na niya contact, and we did take precautions and took her to the hospital to make sure that evidence is gathered and her safety and her health is intact. And even with that, we cannot narrow down yet masing manli o nga sexual contact. So that's a detail that the investigation needs to come up with. Logi or a logbook, maybe witnesses interviews and also CCTV footages.
So when it first came to light, mo ngaram lo attention ako.
About maybe 7 p.m. that evening, the same evening. Thursday. That was the 5th, which was Thursday.
Okay. In line with ako ka osngela administration el al time el kaya Ministry of Justice yak mangutial Ministry of Justice Administrative Directive number 2023-001 kaya cross training and rotation policy for MOJ law enforcement officers. Diablexani sa January 5, 2023 ngul masang Mr. Clel President ra Palau Media Council musikal dire kal nga niya soft copy mang while cross training rotation may lang nga trial chiefs mo change cycle division ul kuk lang ngin mang musbi ilo mesekora nguldas wasing bolsbe edel improve capacity matetele laudio rabla police, but it's also in line with the cell o sige la presidential was drugs amal na moklo al scourge from ratial community rid mangira dal mo oraklakare make sure and we're accountable. As you know, our local ministers tested, underwent drug testing, and we're also going to do that for the Ministry of Justice. May gagawin ako informational that I can provide. Any other questions? Okay,
Vice President, so kung rotate our chiefs, trigal mukso kada chief level kada rotated, but trigal officers and jaka rotation at tir bol mudu lo kada ako sa fire truck ko ngaral patrol tum kana.
Yes, till al cross training policy tiya kadil wa chiefs and dirikal mora rokuil legal division till ay kita ngara karen sila director Agon, so he could do that to do the cross training under the tir. But we started with the chiefs el albes ra among most of it implement taigel standard operating procedures el blagim katmokl ra igal for the first time ang nga SOP, and we're actually doing training al tir bol sa lo taw taigal SOP tir. So kita ko ra viral tongot mokl. We also dumakan mga sulim til ay gitial question that you were able brought up para ilang adire kal mal sumamal mo platak la transparent accountable already ra police malogi utiang ya mutal malgol wasengi dil adal nga nga issue dir malubang nga kora amlames aura batak kalure ra police please report al mira obisra vice president ngani angel astereota kasi ngar obisra vice president al mosabe look into yigidal allegations al girela ready ra police
masulang vice president ka-mention natin lagi the last statement ka last tinigal ngari niya ako ra concern natin lo ice this morning ako kulani niya forward the message sa mela sa list ng clear inmates at tinangara social media on a daily basis. And this lakal alwid and yakal girin nga niya ating walo labang nga lakal pus. So forward that
yes,
list to you.
Lang.
Malungil nga niya nga pastor under a different capacity.
For
Oo, nga isa question nga niya lera nga kalbeksen ring marabor di kami send ring ila kurkaw director el aska information el ginil tigel al galbus al la al parol tirabor tiramle aigel talamal al tilmal aigel to sing drug related cases el wal kwa wal severe. Of course, ang tirgam lawrit sa sel wonder the term or term it's eligible for parole. Madim the question and meso kalogan is left already. Wasay mamal mang I get information open to public and sa mamal mo matengel set tangara tirgay gid el blal parole ti ang regal conditions sa parole ti el albal to. And whether or not kung le support tay gid el request para parole. I can ask Minister, but this time.
To my knowledge and experience, hindi kakatal yung FIDA informational kirela parole. Malditil, they have a parole board. But we do meet with them, discuss with them about revocation of parole. Nga happened just late last year based information and then the follow-up investigation and verification, and then revoke a parole Maybe already to on parole. And as far as I know, at least parolees, my conditions are still public information, but we don't have them. Within mga parole office.
Oh, yes, sa mga parole office, of course, I got information also I'll share on Intel Open Government Act, so they should be able to provide and the sell the parole process giril dola ya comments manggiril direct nga niya comments from Ministry of Justice mulwa si petition for parole support al ubeng dia I want to sell was in loyalty kung was in dia ka let him serve the entire sentence. But as you know, ang sige del ready la parole board tirge amo decide mulwa say the grant ringi masel mga tuwa ba nga parole. So I gave the information available and sa edal call ra sale office ra parole board. I can help pang meta get those information you need. So lang ko ngek tiya ka question ngani wana question? Almora Mr. Ikeda. Okay. Kabong yung Mr. Sola. Tiya ka mo mesa. Okay ba?
Tuta directora, digiri ka di mo na I know kung ko ako sa igal siya ba yung mga ingani niya ko concern sa items or services ingani niya ko rata bal tax ni yung example na PNCC na yan pasalo yan sin mo ka na at siya lang ay iwagi pa aram ito charge sa PCST ka ma'am ko lagi mo la hindi ang warmang numutol sa kita mata lagi na direct kal ay idol ko kanso sa arab luwas yang ngari niya stoang dim na increase sa arala yan dim nakal take into account ay percentage sa 4% ma 7% ay taxable plan before dim na increase ay yan yung kadi mandra yak kasi sa MMO look into those.
Okay. Tiyak man sole yung awak lang mal important ta question kada malmol lo mesawi kay gidel el instances el wasay kalsyoban na mamudu ul calculator tial tax ma impact ringil ma price ringi ng legda blatak ngar nga dir ka adir ka kalsal mo clear mandir kalsal mo understand kada malmol mo so awkward tir ya tira gidel airtime amal nungil example le mexo diesel PNCC airtime garda dadung multi-purpose voucher alwasi ngan nga TLM los PNG everyday services asab L0 rate ruah mga PCST ringi like suma mo Rome en consider the export tong diga gidel applicable tax ringi hindi magselmle while regulation dul sibil gidel application ra multi-purpose voucher sa say you get charged on redemption send redeem a service ingat charge ra PCST awul mo dome sa igel carousel rate la al sela card mela sel YC igel mo ko mal to ko ang waklang gidel sel brown restaurant ing malmol mal de charge serve la PCST ni kangol al PCST mo charge serve leng of course sel redeem ang charge so mlar niya gigidel the biltigel wasay temle double magdam la stopper tire gore otobda notice lulu lang nga PNCC stopper ngil mong at so mang gamal mol mal wasi at so mani la moes mapagigi del pasalo so mal mol ngani experience or other wasi at the church tir el mal report el mal address kada commercial point el kada sum aklaad e won ringi and then ngani options ra compliance efforts.
Ako na akong touch ng isel wasi. Material advisory team sel will visit tekal siobay. En mga na compliance rate tir. Alo bang ay kal siobay ay understand ng over 200 siobay available visit tekal advisory teams. Mga na tetelir comply with this new law. Tokora titurul mururungim ta violate ngi alo bang mga na.
Well, nangya out of the gagidel 200 nangya amla ready applying PCST correctly اللي قدو مرال واسي اجا ورير دول بنتري شوبا المرو لا workshop را لاستير الميلان so nganya amne kalmok lemna ready apro mungwa either stango do dom tangta endi nganya of course nganya shobal dimla al sal kalmok lo lang amne the understanding ngi trial challenge sergi del wasi nganya ko pebra shobal trigi blos pe angesu mang selda gegi del advisory visit ko da gora the wada spatcher selda tura tuas tonga da tak se to asi receipt rang marang nganya kana kultirak pra receipt nganya ko rasain al sel astong al wasi yel proklama gibom church PGST nga certificate ng ngilo lo altal sa edel mesang gegi del gora and then ityadi nga malmol mas patcher and then agi dili kal nganya report dili kal sa edel address agel report nga dili kal loya kay gagi del spatcher ka dili kal check so I think overall compliance dimla ka sa edel mo sing batukra maklol shoba amle compliant amle appropriate the receipt tirma and then ngani gel telgibel ngigrel dos mokre lang dili kalungi lagal advisory visit tergida blo uli qadna mum delo sengra ma butokol issue regal ulgo men diagal so men diagal sal ala na ashoba metial besa la en ngara ma butokol issue so qadna lom tingal wasi angani bebir no diagal lungi calculator sel credit o mang temo o sisir gagida ul mga dimenti kay gagida la ta dili kam no mesagal time masel togen ra set scratch card ra PUC se mandira kam nanya issue ngi mga dili kam na real address lo mga PUC mandira kam ngi ta PUC lo se kam dili kam mga do ra vendors tigal lam arla si gagida ko tele la o melang dili kal understand lo sa bebira shoba ya dili kam mangira equipment tertir low level must be either appropriately told tirakra PGST mumlan ngam le the bit tir manual invoice tir mga dawa say as long as nga format as long as temporary o nga as long as gel require the information ang alsel in sa eden mere mo kumigi ko kal ugol gila la
Mansole direktora hindi na kalmal bato ka kura gali complaints ra adal wasi gal stoang la Bangladesh use that term mostly charge up PGST kung matingin la sa nga niya bibigyan kong balil owner sa ringi PGST registered din beto ko tila lang awal blabol edal kung 10% kung telatir o blam address tirel ubo kung lari mga sa igayin ang campaign mo kung maralay kal hangal tsaka kikita store.
I think before alam mo la advisory visiting nor nga o kung almira bluma kung mila dengwa I think am dang la January 1st ra 2000 maisen o mes leng dire kal mal nor nga report lo asay ngani tiragay del store other belaw el chart ra 10% de algirir o mang kadwar amle in fact no era la visita ko no ding la bibra stong sem stop and de gidam church de am registered mang ngadiri ko mes era ko ngul mo kadiri ko office gidam le pivot lo sem magrada communicate effectively lo asay kada understand na igal information media de share last year kadol meru la workshop all dire kal mle nga rasyon malgo hindi kadora kadol ne feel wasir ada dimla kal nga dirga pol impact tergi dum dirga bozo siga information kadol ngalil challenge sum dimle self first mal bornya report kada zulmu lo mais nganya bebira gal advisory visits which is a primary focus ringi ra hotel plan visit gal PTSD i-register del basyo to make sure to comply and then dul mesel wasing to ka problems outside ng PTSD register the one bali magdum lo sa include ay gay mga nga bebira 12 lo de tigertir mo magdawa sa dirham charge na sa charge
next gina close sisil gina tax. Tele several online vendors. الملا مستطر غالك tax. I say several مستطر الأمازون
I see.
ملا expand. أجي ملا مو research يعني دي قلبي online services إنه ما دخل وديور لأن دخل سبيل calculate tax بلاو. أجي some certain people website hosting outside. هذه هي شيء نور أجي لهم سير أجي لهم Amazon Web Services. Like they must calculate tax يعني أجي Baby ma Discord servers talom ara yang namo de kas sumba possibility ka belaw en to set de kas we cannot calculate tax tel area men de ala continue
Okay.
especially gili wa Amazon ma baby online vendors na musta galek ta tax gimle in fact akmle approach Amazon and they had tamle sendra ya kwasendia ngarinya tawrio lo bungela akan mento belaw which I know for a fact tak na okay kami hindi akan mo ngi
I see.
makmle follow up and they yet to call me back tamla akmasada tamla ask them wala ka edir ka katal span them na mo 2 weeks even after I sent a follow up perhaps yung better come from you guys hindi yan si mo investigate lang betul kan ada mo plan double tax ulit tamlon mara
I see.
in fact takmil ara kakalo liya abis ka mamagibura customs looted personal PGST, which in fact was the same amount that will deduct niya account na Amazon.
I see.
Amazon I know nga store pero di Amazon direct man namok Amazon Walmart taman namok tol vendor
I see.
direct kalber belaw may sibil galak hindi ang kanya tiyang ngaringi dil kami lo bantri radang dil kami mol mol yak do niya pasin.
Hindi ako nangi dilo gida amna I say ngak leng mal to hindi ka official arrangement to lang Amazon. In fact sila mo to report tar ading yung start investigate and ako information dili ka dola wa say hindi lo ngila freight one prepayment lo ngila freight company misel meng harar atak salot ila so we're trying to get to the bottom of it sel nga do hindi ka man misal hindi ka na bring up a baby online service maybe ngangi na minister state lo say kalal sa dili ka elevator request a response gidra gagal online leng ngungil point le attack system adapter ngi ana mo tax system lo ma tax other source of revenue tirbe la ngar outside the below so automatically legal to kung bali al adri kam mo assume lo say they're subject to tax so ending where the reach out to more tireng di kal gidir ngar nyaway kay gidim the malmal only the vice president maybe a minister of state should direct elevator a communication moragal protocol online services so lang
Sabi ko last clarification.
Oy.
Maybe I should have asked you. I got outside vendors that require and pay a PGST.
sel technically ila الأذرة الأجيل so online vendors are provide 300,000 worth of taxable supplies in Gilil register. It's a revenue source in Palau from wherever you are. Kalau na align more sort of international standard tax. So in fact I got VAT systems. Amazon register that I got baby Rabalu as a VAT company. So I say matsum kada matigal wasi at sabat supplier niya I say marwa Airbnb kada mga at Taiwan and mga Australia they ask them to register. Mangina dal assess lotol wasing telal taxable supply providing.
So it doesn't matter was it dekal register dekal present certificate out that they provide supplies they still have to be
Yes, the source of
locally
revenue tirvel also.
source of revenue.
Yeah, I see.
Makumal masaula, tegidil, walte alal tangatengin mutal kuk address sa gigidil concerns as we go along ya, magida Minister of State tangateng magi mo adol tu ukidil sek. Kuk din tingin at ko lala, ang aning isil dong patong ko sa long arm jurisdiction among, let's say you purchase something at Amazon and it's defective and say gidil mli so isubra asil tiang aruli naman sa bedel if there should be a damage to that caused some injury sa bedel yung say gidil mo sortir lang at tura otro liro belaw so mga jurisdiction na kita rin makomal masaulo ko yung anya I'll have the chief of staff para expand Mr. Kasoler sel tokol mulgaringil gidel tel MOU mang ang anya sige the press release el telo so I'll have her read it. Okay.
So the press release el maldir ka tilov like within the last few minutes. Was a Palau and U.S. representatives signed Compact Assistance Memorandum. Representatives of the United States of America and the Republic of Palau today signed a preliminary memorandum to continue the free association between the two nations. Under the association, Palau enables the U.S. to deny forces of other nations access to an expanse of the Western Pacific and the air above it nearly as large as the U.S. state of Texas, adjacent to the Philippines and Indonesia. Palau also allows the U.S. to locate peacekeeping facilities in the islands and refrains from actions the U.S. says would compromise security. The association must be reviewed periodically until 2034. The understanding signed today was reached by Palau Chief Compact of Free Association negotiator and Finance Minister Caleb Udoy Jr. on behalf of President Surangal Whips Jr. and by Special Presidential Envoy Joseph Yun on behalf of the U.S. President Whips and the U.S. Assistant Secretary of Interior Carmen Cantor witnessed the signing. Also present were Palau Senator Rukobay Kikiwo Inabo, Delegate Mangguro Alul, and Ambassador to the U.S. Hersik Yota. President Whips asked for a presidential envoy to represent the U.S. in the Compact's 30th anniversary review after rejecting an assistance package determined with lower-level U.S. officials in 2020 as unacceptable. The understanding reached today covers assistance over the next 20 years that is more than twice the 2020 package and assistance past 20 years. Involved is economic assistance for Palau's government operations, infrastructure, and needs that would otherwise not be met, as well as U.S. domestic programs. The new economic assistance would begin as early as October 1st if a full agreement is reached and approved by the U.S. Congress. The full agreement will provide details and cover other matters in the relationship between the two nations. The understanding also recognizes the reduction in Palau's revenue from its largest industry, tourism, due to geopolitical pressures and COVID-19, as well as increasing sea level rise and related challenges. It was preliminarily agreed to recognizing the government of Palau's efforts to cope with these challenges. In commenting on the key step in completing the review, President Whips thanked U.S. President Joseph R. Biden and members of the U.S. Congress from both U.S. political parties for Yoon's appointment. He said that, in quote, with Envoy Yoon at the table leading the U.S. team, we have been able to work out an agreement that is mutually beneficial for both our nations, end quote. He went on to say that, and I quote, from the start of the negotiations in my administration, Palau's team has been guided by principles of partnership and resiliency. The relationship between Palau and the U.S. should be a partnership. Palau offers strategic importance in terms of stability in the region and provides defense rights to the U.S. The compact and its economic assistance provisions should be a mechanism for Palau to increase its resiliency from threats like the pandemic, climate change, and market disruptions, end quote.
Omrot! Man nga sulala, Presidenta ma Minister Finance, sel ko rin nga si sel was double the amount ter sel na 2020. So that's the good news. Nga kita minister a state tel dire kalo ay sir nga kal real ang almulwase governor Tamagi, Governor Oginawa, delegation niya may visitor bela at January 12 almo 17. Madadirak kalmal lolitaw ngil klaing sir adrablu da podo dungil lo otiabel water bela leng tiang adire kalte alar turista mo sabi iral minute it's a big thing al Governor Oginawa mo delegation niya may visitor niya.
I know you were just, you were at press release, and we just want to clarify something. I just want to ask a question about something you said there. If you can get a clarification. As also kung tamo agree on this and more effective October 1st. October 1st of this year or October 1st of 2024?
FY24, so it would be this.
So October 1st,
Oh, yeah,
2024. 2024?
I believe so, but I will clarify that.
Please, thank you.
Masao namang koram aungil amang koram ngilan mo demora ay gel tanchobi makomtingik mong adako ngrasel ureret sel temek o el borga tanchobi. Okay. Ma dalawa ise tirigelo tanchobi ra el alsils ang nga Arlene Nunal MHHS Francis Kel nga Ministry of Justice Myrna Palo Ministry of Justice Nathan Adalbay, Ministry of Justice. Labong Walter, Ministry of Justice. Malmoral giri kan mengitak kalit tira ka di. Mo chim, tira kan moklong rin, may director akon. Okay, mother, the moong 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear government employees. Happy birthday to you and many more. Di na kanga niya dinong kasing game happy birthday mo tirgi rokul og tancho bil de kaloryo na government tumang happy birthday rokul mo arbek rokul other bela tira mga celebrate el alsil sel tancho bil tira January 11 2023. And thank you so much. Happy New Year makuka next press conference.